Week number 1. Finding a product to sell. Obviously, I needed a product I could sell in my Shopify store. From my experience, there aren't too many ways to come up with a product idea from scratch. Combining existing product, business ideas, or creating a new product to solve a customer's problem for me, combining existing product ideas seemed way easier. If I'd combine 2 or more ideas and turn it into one new product, the chances are higher that there's demand for my product. It's similar to what Chief Sumo, Noah Kagan, did when he had the idea of AppSumo. He took 2 markets, web apps plus time-limited deals, and turned it into a new idea, time-limited deals on web apps. My first step was to write down all the products I personally like. Picture showing a to-do list. What I did next was simple. I asked myself which products I bought the most in the last 6 months. I did this because I wanted to be my own target audience. This will hopefully help me later to understand my potential customers better and serve them in the best possible way. Turned out that I bought 8 pairs of Jordan, Nike ID sneakers and 4 backpacks. Now, as I had my 2 products, I wanted to understand why I purchased these products. Why on earth did I spend so much money on these products? Jordan, Nike ID sneakers. For 2 reasons. To be part of the Jordan movement and be a cool kid. To customize my shoes and have my own name on it. Backpacks. I used to serve with the German paratroopers and we obviously had to carry a ton of things in our backpacks. Back then, I was always looking for a better backpack. In my opinion, it looks cool and is way more functional than a suitcase. Putting it together, I instantly had a product idea, customizable and very functional backpacks. Definitely a product I would buy. Even though I was excited about this idea, I knew there was also a downside to it, the costs. My goal was to be profitable as soon as possible. Unfortunately, customizable backpacks in a way Nike does it with their Nike ID shoes can only be profitable with a well-established and optimized supply chain. So I had to adjust my idea accordingly. The problem. Custom backpacks are expensive. The solution. Custom rubber patches to put on the backpack. Now I would sell the same backpack to everyone with the option to customize the rubber patch. This was at least some kind of uniqueness. If my business turns out to be a success, I could still improve and turn back to the initial idea. Brand name plus logo. I wanted to get my business started as fast as possible. Overthinking the whole process of finding a name and a logo would only cost me time. I put all terms I could think of related to backpacks in a Google spreadsheet. I also played around with these terms to come up with my own versions of them. I liked hike, my own version of hike, the most, and so I choose to go with it. Logo-wise, I also wanted to keep it simple. As I'm not a designer and didn't want to hire one for the logo, I choose to create a simple but good-looking font logo. Having the name and logo all set, I was ready to work on my unique selling proposition, USP. Unique selling proposition. What makes HYKE different? Why should a customer purchase from me instead of my competitors? These are the questions I asked myself to find my unique selling proposition. I don't just want to sell some backpacks. I want to have a unique approach. My initial USP was to sell customizable backpacks. As this idea was too expensive to start with, I had to find a USP which is at least somehow related to my initial one. The plan was to sell one type of backpack plus customizable rubber patches, but I expected to face a minimum order quantity when finding a supplier. That's why I changed my idea again. The new plan was to use a color spray to customize each rubber patch. If my color spray idea works, I could also customize the backpacks by hand, something like Casey Neistat does with his suitcases. There seems to be at least some demand. Hand-painted customized backpacks with rubber patches. Sound good to me. Simple to start, and after successful validation, aka making sales, I could easily improve by offering more rubber patch versions until I'm able to actually offer customizable backpacks a la Nike ID. Now it was time to find a supplier who can help me build my business. Product sourcing. Finding a good and reliable supplier is crucial for any e-commerce business. The first website I visited was, obviously, Alibaba.com. There's no other website with that many suppliers. Personally, I've had good and bad experiences with suppliers from Alibaba in the past. As the majority of my experiences were good, I wasn't afraid to look for suppliers on it, even though some voices on the web are brutal when talking about Alibaba. I simply looked up some terms like backpack, tactical backpack, military backpack, functional backpack, etc. When picking a supplier, not only the price plays a role. I want my supplier to reply within 24 hours, maximum. Unless it's Chinese New Year or Sunday, I won't consider a supplier as my future supplier if they don't respond within that 24-hour timeframe. Communication is key. That said, 2 out of the 5 suppliers didn't even respond after 48 hours. After quite some back and forth with the remaining 3 suppliers, I decided to go with the one who had the most experience and best rating. They also have outstanding customer service, which is exactly what I was looking for. As customer service isn't everything, I wanted to test the quality of my supplier's products. So it was time to order product samples. Product sample. To test the quality of the backpacks and the rubber patches, I chose to order 2 backpacks, different colors, and 2 rubber patches. Due to the high setup costs of the manufacturer, 1 rubber patch sample would cost $60. As 100 patches cost $80, I decided to order 100 for $20 more. Week number 2. Planning to make $1,000 profit. Second, when the package finally arrived, she had to deal with my overexcitement about it. Express shipping from China to Germany only took 3 days. Unfortunately, my supplier tried to trick the German customs by saying the products are worth $7. This would have saved me custom fees. But this has become very common practice, and German customs figured it out. So the delivery was put on hold until I could prove how much I actually paid. Here's the email I sent to UPS with screenshots of my $180 USD Alibaba transaction, which took care of customs. I felt very confident selling this product to my future customers. However, to make sure I'm not blindly jumping into something, I wanted to have the feedback of friends and family. Usually, when asking people who love you about something like this, they will say it's awesome, no matter what it is. I had to trick them. To some, I said I just bought this new backpack, and to others, I said I won the backpack. I didn't even ask directly what they think about the quality. I wanted to see their natural reaction. Luckily, all of them seemed to like the product. This gave me a small confidence boost that I could move on. Due to a minimum order quantity of 100 pieces for each color, see screenshot from supplier's pricing below, I had to make a decision which color I wanted to start with. I had no data to rely on, so I went with black. If I sell my backpacks for $99.99 with a 30% discount, I'd need to sell 79 to break even, or 44 if selling without a discount. I picked $99.99 for the retail price because I can. I'm the one who sets the price, and I'd rather start with a slightly premium price. I could still lower the price later. As $99.99 didn't sound too expensive for a custom, hand-painted backpack, I moved on. Even though I was confident those numbers could work, I was anxious that I'd burn more than $2,000. But I placed my order at Alibaba anyway. Setting a business goal a few years ago, when I started my entrepreneurial journey, I jumped from one goal to another. I had 20 to 30 goals at once. Unfortunately, I didn't achieve any of them. I was too distracted and didn't focus on anything. Maybe it's just me, but I only achieve my goals if I set them very clearly. In the best case, one goal at a time. When Sumo doubled blog traffic from 100,000 to 200,000 website visitors in 1 month, they only had one goal: blog traffic. With that said, I needed a specific goal for my new business. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.